like growing up with a younger sister that also loves to play basketball? Not off to a great start.
Being a big brother is a lot of responsibility. You have to take care of, obviously, a little sister, and I have a little brother at home as well. Whoa! Hey, Russ, lock in, bro. Come on. All right, I think we're just gonna do one mic for now. Yeah, so as I was saying, being a big brother, a lot of responsibility. Just trying to be a good role model to both my younger siblings. Try to carve out a path for them so that they can follow. And you know, I did that. And look at where she's at. She's right behind
Yeah, I have a follow-up question. Well, two questions actually. Who would win at knockout, and who would win at around the world?
That's another very good question. Around the World is a game that me and my sister played a lot when we were kids at the park across the street. I won't lie, I did lose a couple times, but not that many.
A few times.
I'll admit it. I'll admit it. Yeah, I'll admit it. But yeah, you can take it.
Yeah, obviously said we would go back and forth and around the world, but knockout, you know, that one was just, or horse, yeah, horse.
Horse.
Let's just say we haven't played in a while, but that one again goes back and forth. We figured out our strategies.
Okay, so I have a question for Jaime. What have you learned from Gabriella, your sister?
Oh wow, that's a good question. Being an older brother, I get to learn a lot actually from both my younger siblings because I grew up one way and they obviously have a different interpretation. I didn't have anyone to really show me along. I kind of did it a little bit by myself, but to be able to see both my sister and my little brother play together, because they played on the same basketball team, she would play with the boys, and that really just showed me that it really doesn't matter as long as you have heart and toughness, that you can really do anything, and that's really what she taught me at a really young age, being able to go against, you know, the boys when she's a girl, and you don't really see that often, so to be able to see that at such a young age, it was pretty inspiring to me.
So, Gabriella, what have you learned from Jaime?
Great question. That's a good question. I can't say that again. But I think my brother has taught me a lot, just, again, having him as a role model, just, you know, him coming to UCLA and being just a good role model for me and my brothers. He's taught me, again, just to work really hard. His work ethic is something that he instilled kind of in me, too. You know, growing up, watching him go to the park and shoot baskets, he was always playing basketball, always trying to get better. Every time I'm home, do you want to play catch? Do you want to go shoot? Do you want to throw football? Like anything, he's always like that. So for that, the basketball standpoint is the work ethic, and also just, you know, be a nice person. I think my brother's a really good person, says hi to everyone, and just having him as a role model, I'm very thankful for that.
Well, I guess sort of building off that, this question works well for Dobbs. Do you still look up to your brother, or do you think, you know, you've passed him by and you're the one teaching him?
Oh my God!
Another good question. Another good question. Thanks. No, I'm kidding. I think I still look up to my brother. Obviously, he's way older than me, but I think that having healthy competition with my brother is always good. You know, people like to compare and things like that, which is fine. I don't really mind it, but I think it's fun. But I still think I'll always look up to him just because of what he's done in his college career, and hopefully I can do something like that for the women's team.
Great answer. Speaking of Jaime's college career, Jaime, what are you most proud of, and what are you looking forward to this year?
I think looking at my career as a whole, I'm going into my fourth year now. There's a lot to be proud of. I think our Final Four run was something that I'll never forget, and it's a moment that we can all share together, not as just myself, but as a team as a whole. To be able to go through that experience during COVID, such a time of adversity, and a time when the world was really at a stopping point. To be able to come and give inspiration to everybody watching us was something that I'll hold with me forever.
What are you looking forward? What are you looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to running back. Go Bruin!
So, Dobbs, what goals or aspirations do you have at the onset of your UCLA career?
I would say that I'm just really excited for this season. I love my team. Shout out my team. Great girls back there. We bring joy. Love you, Kim. We bring joy to all our practices, and it's just really fun. But for this year, I'm just excited to win games and hopefully cut down nets.
A lot of nets to be cut down. So, at what point in your guys' basketball career did you realize both of you playing at UCLA, your dream school, could actually become a reality? Like, when did that really hit you?
Yeah, coming out from a very young age, I had one dream and one goal in my life, and that was to be a professional basketball player. And one of the steps to becoming a professional basketball player was to attend UCLA and come to this historic program. Floor's up. So I really didn't have a backup plan. I can't say there was a plan B. I just went all for it, and if it didn't work out, well, I would have had to figure something out. But I'm just so happy to be here, and yeah, that was my plan.
I've also always wanted to play basketball and go professional, so again, playing college is in that step. But I think having my brother commit to UCLA was a really amazing experience, and just coming to all the games got me really excited for my college basketball experience. And when he committed, I was like, I think I want to go to UCLA too. You know, I've always wanted to go there since UCLA since I was a little kid. But I think that once UCLA offered me, you know, I thought about it for a little, and I did think about it for a little because I committed shortly after. So, and once I committed, I think we were really excited, and our family was super excited for this experience. And now we're here, and it's surreal, and our game's in 11 days. So awesome.
I've got one last question. I'm friends with your folks. Who's the family favorite? It's Dobbs.
Marcos.
You guys are asking some tough questions tonight. I really appreciate the uniqueness, the thought-provoking questions. And we'll have to get my parents out here, and they'll be able to answer those questions.
I go Marco. I go Gabs. It's definitely Gabs.
Triple J.
Want to open it up if anyone has any questions? Raise your hand.
Please, ask us.
We got one in the back.
One in the back.
Just use your core voice.
Yeah. Good question.
My favorite part about being a D1 basketball player is that I get to play basketball and go to the #1 public university in the nation. And that's really amazing because I get to get a degree, and that will help me for the rest of my life.
I have a question, I guess, for all four of you. And then I'm curious about if each of you could just share who have been those who have been mentors and womentors to you in your experience so far.
One of my mentors, surprisingly, was Norman Powell. When I first got here, you know, there was a lot of stuff going on. Then Corona came, and I asked Norman Powell, you know, what is it like to be a professional? Obviously, that's my goal. But how do you change the culture of this team? How do we get it back to the historic tradition when it once was? So he was telling me all the expectations, everything like that. So we really come in contact with each other, and I text him like, not every day, but like every couple of weeks or so, just to check on him. And you know, he gives me pointers, and I really appreciate that. And part of the reason of coming to UCLA is because of that, you know, strong alumni connection. So Norman Powell.
For me, it's pretty hard to pinpoint, just one person in my life. But if I had to choose, I'd say my dad. He's been very consistent with me in my life and my journeys. He's supported me through everything, whether that's academically. I chose my own high school, and he supported me, and it ended up working out for me. And when I told him I wanted to go to UCLA and try to work and get a spot on the team, he gave me all the resources. He taught me how to persevere and understand, like, being at UCLA is really this pinnacle of college basketball. And to represent something bigger than myself, he always taught me, being at UCLA really is a bigger community. And to represent something like UCLA is really an honor to me, and he showed me that at an early age. And yeah, he's just supported me through my whole process. And obviously I don't get as many minutes as the guy sitting next to me. But it's obviously an honor to be a part of the squad and to honestly be at events like these and see fans and everybody supporting me as well. So thank you guys, and thank you.
When I got here as a freshman, there was a group of seniors that we had here in the junior by the name of Chris Smith, who was a very big help to me in my process from going from freshman to where I am now. And he was just a tremendous help, always trying to show me how to be a college basketball player, transitioning from high school to here. And he was just always such a big help to me. So he was one of the guys I really looked up to.
I would say my brother right here. He's just been really supportive, and having him here, obviously it's really easy that I see him almost every day in Mo Austin, so that's awesome. But I feel like he has a lot of experience, so if I ever have questions or he has any advice, I can always go to him, so I appreciate that.
We got one more question right here.
Just one.
Yeah.
I really don't. Okay, this is for the seniors.
Okay.
You've been here 4 years. What is the one moment that you will forever hold from your experience at UCLA?
Okay, I don't want to say Final Four because
I'm gonna say it.
my personal favorite moment was my game winner against Arizona State my freshman year.
For me, my favorite on-court moment was when I hit my three against Cal Berkeley. But I would say one of the moments that's ingrained in my mind was the time that I found out I made it on the team. I was, throughout the summer coming into my freshman year, I was going through meetings, I was talking to coaches, having, private tryouts, things like that. And I wasn't really getting anywhere. They offered me managerial positions, they offered me video coordinator positions, but I told them, I was pretty stubborn. I said, I respect that and I appreciate the offer, but I want to be a player here at UCLA. And I didn't get an answer back for a while, I got ghosted. And I respected that, but then, I was studying for midterms early November, and I remember just getting a call. I was studying in Powell Library, and they said, Russ, we need you at practice tomorrow. And honestly, the rest is history, and the Cronin administration kept me on, so yeah, now I'm here. Go Bruin.
Probably my favorite moment is pretty recent, beating USC at home. Guys, I got sick of losing to those guys. Because I grew up in LA, so all my friends are like, oh my God, you guys lost to US. I'm like, take that. How about that? But yeah, beating USC is probably my favorite moment. Yeah, did it twice. One at home, one at Pac-12 in Las Vegas. Any other questions?
If Jaime and Gabriela played a game of one-on-one, 1 point per hoop to 11, today and in March? What are the final scores?
I think they're simple.
Are you asking us too?
Yeah,
or are you
yeah.
asking them?
You two. Yeah.
I want you to, who do you think would win? I'm flipping the script. Who do you think would win? I get this
Today and
question
home.
asked a lot. I want to know what you guys think.
Earlier, from the first time I saw you, you were my favorite player since Earl Watson. And a guy I grew up kind of worshiping named John Hamilton. But I haven't seen her play yet. And I have 3 daughters, and I know how hard girls play, so.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to get a video of us playing one-on-one, so we can just post it out, and you guys can finally have your guys' answer. But I'm not gonna answer that. Yeah, charity event. We'll figure something out. We'll figure something out.
Obviously, Caps.
Anyone else?
So now that, how much, so we're so glad to have you back. And the video coming back was amazing. Did she influence your decision to come back at all, to get to play on the same school with her?
Repeat the question, please.
Question is, since we're so glad to have him back, did she influence his decision at all to come back?
I think there were a lot of factors coming into my decision of why I came back. For her coming back, I think there was obviously a new opportunity there, a very rare moment in time where you see a brother and a little sister being able to play at the same university, playing the same sport at the same time. That's something really special and really rare that people don't get to see that often. So there was a lot of factors, but I think that one was one that stood out as well. I don't want to say it was the biggest one, but you know, it definitely held some weight. So I'm very happy to be here back again, and very happy to have her along with me.
Yeah.
All right, let's give a big round of applause to our guests. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for coming.